Welcome back. We're going to talk about adverbs for the last time for now, specifically about adverbs, because we will always continue to talk about that topic later. But we're going to have a specific activity for you to practice adverbs, and we're going to practice adverbs of frequency again. For this activity, we're going to talk about social networks like Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, or whatever social network we are using right now. And we're going to talk about some things that you or your friends do usually in terms of social networks. So look at the assignment that I have for you. It says, based on what you know about your friends' behavior in social networks, so what you know about them in terms of social networks, write about things that they always do, usually do, often do, sometimes, hardly ever, rarely, never. So what is something that they always do in social networks? Something that they usually do, often do, sometimes do, etc. So why don't you pause the video for a moment, pause it, and write down one sentence for each of these adverbs that you see here, and think about things that your friends do in regards to social networks. Okay? Pause it, and I'll come back to you to show you some sample answers. All right. So, let me show you some sample answers that somebody wrote, a girl wrote about her friends. Let's read them with me. My friends always give likes to funny memes about cats. So they see a funny video about cats and they go like. So I guess people like cats or kittens. Little cats or baby cats are called kittens. So do you do that always? Or do your friends do that? All right, let's see. Let's compare it with yours. Oh, listen to her, please.
My friends always give likes to funny memes about cats.
Right. Next. They usually share videos about current events. They usually. So she says that her friends very frequently, usually share videos about current events. Remember that if somebody does something usually, it means that it is about 90% of the times. So that they do that very, very frequently. Listen to her pronunciation.
They usually share videos about current events.
Thank you. Look at the next sentence. They often make comments. They often make comments on pictures. So they comment on pictures, especially those pictures shared by people that they like. If somebody shares a picture, they comment on the picture. Listen to her pronunciation.
They often make comments on pictures, especially those shared by people that they like.
Right, thank you. Next. They sometimes, like half of the time, sometimes follow influencers who speak another language. Okay, people who speak English, French, Japanese, Korean, etc. Right? So they follow influencers who speak another language because we have subtitles and we can understand what they say. And sometimes just seeing them may be funny. And we understand what they are doing without them speaking or us understanding what they're saying. Listen to her pronunciation.
They sometimes follow influencers who speak another language.
Right? Thank you. Next. They rarely, almost never, they rarely use the same social networks as their parents. Means that parents use some apps like, let's say, Facebook, and teenagers, like this girl's friends, they don't use Facebook, they use different apps. Yes, there are some, they call that generation gap. It's like some empty space between one generation and the other, which is fine, right? Finally, listen to her.
They rarely use the same social networks as their parents.
All right. And finally, let's see the last sentence that she wrote. They never, 0 times, they never accept invitations from people they don't know. So if somebody invites them and to be their friends and they don't know the person, they say no, they decline the invitation, which is wise. All right, so I hope these examples can help you as a reference for your own examples, and I hope that you can show your teacher your examples to get the help that you may need. All right, thank you very much for having been with me here talking about adverbs. On the next video, we're going to start a different topic. We're going to talk about some things that we can do, some things that we can say to express who does something that somebody else does, or that doesn't, or one of them only does those things. That sounds like complicated, but it's going to be simple. We're going to have a lot of practice on those topics as well. So see you in the next video. Thank you very much.